Hi Gemini, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you are doing really, really well. This reading is for any sun, moon, or rising Gemini. We are going to take a look at the cards. We'll get a sense of the awareness for the week, guidance, and possible outcomes. I will also choose a few oracle cards for additional information for the week. So let's just go ahead and get started with your reading. So what an interesting card, because everybody has a story to tell, and it's your unique story. And wouldn't it be great if everybody could write a memoir and to talk through about your childhood and the things that happened to you, because it would help foster understanding of people and how they were raised and their experiences and how those experiences help shape people. But in terms of the word wants to be written. If you are a writer and you find that you're too busy to write, I just think that that's so sad. I think that if you could find a way to start getting words on paper, short moments, maybe 15 minutes, take out a journal, start writing, maybe writing a letter to a friend, writing a poem, writing an observation about nature, being out in nature, illustrating the written word. So it's the song, and maybe the song lyrics within you, and it's the story that some people feel compelled to tell. But writing is a skill, and it's an art, and it takes practice and time, and maybe people get frustrated and they have this self-doubt that I'm not a good writer, so I'm not going to bother. Well, write for yourself, write to please yourself first. And some people take wonderful notes and journals of their life, and they really write out everything so that you can go back in time and revisit it, and revisit a period of your life. Some people are afraid to write, and the possibility that someone else discovers your personal feelings and beliefs or things that you want to keep private. But writing is such a cathartic activity. It's just to get things from your heart and from your mind and from your soul down on paper, and it's just such a release to be able to write. And good writing and great writing stays with you. I think you never forget the books that really have an impact, and the books are there to teach us a lesson for the most part, to entertain us, to bring us joy or happiness. So the word wants to be written. Find the words in your life and put them down in whatever format that has meaning to you. So I think this is a really beautiful card. I think it's a wonderful thought for the week, which is to listen and think about your life experiences, or think about the creativity, the desire to maybe create something new, a new story, a new Harry Potter, a new, Fahrenheit 451, I think that was the title. It's taking that first step. You have to take that first step in order to get things down, whether it's on the computer, in a journal, wherever it may be, on a napkin, at the restaurant. When you hear something that strikes a chord, get it down. And it can be as big or as little as you want it to be, but I think it's a positive thing. I think that the written word and the legacy of written word is important for society, and to have works of great literature or scientific discoveries. I think it's when we get things down on paper, we have a record of all of the good things and the bad things that happen to us. So let's take a look at our spiritual self or emotional well-being for the week. Relationships are just a mirror of your own life, how you feel and treat yourself as well as how you react and respond to different situations and people around you. Be aware that every relationship is an opportunity for soul growth. And there are not many truer words than that your relationships, whether they are positive or negative, whether they are bring you happiness or bring you pain, it's to build your soul and to build your heart and to expand your heart. And I love what it says here about your relationship with yourself. Because as we know, you have to love yourself really before you can love others. And how you treat yourself, how you treat your immediate family, how you treat your friends is important. And there are many different events and situations that occur and that may alter friendships for life. Did you ever have a friend where things just were going so well and then they went south? And you're like, what happened? And you were never close again. I mean, yeah, that's just, these things happen. And so nurture your relationships, pay attention to your relationships, be mindful of your relationships and the words that you use with people. Words, the expression sticks and stones, whatever, something I don't know at the top of my head, but how you use words with another person. People remember the hurtful things that are said, and they may linger for a long time. So to the degree possible, if you can think before you speak, that's a powerful strategy to deal with life. If you're really hurt, if you feel betrayed, if you feel upset, if you are angry, it's easy to lash out. It's easy to strike back, but it's a real challenge to try to temper it and to explain your hurt or your anger in a reasonable fashion. Because sometimes you just can't take back sometimes things that have been said. So in your relationships, treat them like a glass egg in your hand, which is gently, or maybe a real egg. You don't want to squeeze too tightly. You'll break the egg. Be aware that every relationship is an opportunity for soul growth, and very true, all relationships and relationships with strangers as well. How you treat people that you don't know is very telling, in going to a restaurant and seeing how people interact with the server is eye-opening. So be mindful, be caring, and be thoughtful in your relationships, all relationships. And so let's take a look at the body and get some feedback for the week of the 24th for our body. Detoxification. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for cleaning up my body, mind, and life so that I may happily and healthfully live free of chemicals. There's a lot of glare with this. I'm sorry about the glare. So detoxification, if you are overdoing it in terms of a substance, too much might be not so helpful to your ultimate healthy goals. And so you are in charge of you. And, your doctor at a doctor's visit may say, you're smoking too much. You really need to try to cut back, with the hope of maybe stop smoking, because it's going to have impact to your lungs and to your respiratory system as you get older. So, there are real consequences from overdoing chemicals, whatever they may be. Whether it's overdoing Aleve or ibuprofen because your joints ache, you know, try to find some other ways to deal with pains or aches or things, or even if you're lonely or unhappy and you are finding you're drinking a little bit more each night, whatever it may be, maybe there's something else that can help that root cause versus just relying on, you know, a bottle, relying on cigarettes, relying on a joint, whatever it may be. Moderation is always the key, and if you can be moderate in life, you're probably going to be fine. But detoxification goes to a sense where it's impacting you in a negative fashion. And I would also say detoxing goes toward cleansing the people who are not helping you, who are not your number one fans, who do not believe in you, who are holding you back or making you feel lousy. Time to cut them loose. Life is too short. Find the people who adore you, who respect you, and who want to be with you. That's huge. I mean, to keep chasing after the people who are not looking after best interests, it gets exhausting after a while. And after a while, you're like, wow, all that time spent in this negative little cycle. So I think that detoxification goes not only to chemicals and unhealthy foods, lack of exercise, whatever it may be, but it really goes to cleaning up the people in your life who no longer serve your best interests. Find those in the similar tribe. Find people who are your kindred spirits, who are there, who are going to support you no matter what, and unconditionally. So I'd like to, let's just take a look at the theme or the overarching idea, perhaps to contemplate or meditate on for the week. Dissipating. So we see not really quite sure how to convey dissipating other than what would dissipating relate to? I'm at a loss. I want you to tell me what dissipating means. I'm going to pull another card in addition to this. Oh, my goodness. Complacency. Let's do two. You tell me what dissipating means. I know what it means in a book sense, but in terms of life sense, not certain I can accurately convey. But complacency. We sometimes reach a point in our life where we feel complacent, where we feel stuck, where we feel stagnant, where we feel unable to improve, unable to get better. And maybe when these instances happen, it's good just to talk to a friend. It's good to talk to a counselor. Someone, maybe someone that you really trust or value their opinion. Just kind of run things through, run your situation with them to get some clarity. Because when you feel complacent, it's going to lead to unhappiness. It's going to lead to, could lead to stress and fatigue. It's hard to feel complacent. It is, that you can see this is a very sad illustration. Because you might be thinking of what might have been. And the regret is one of the most difficult emotions to deal with, is to have regret. To feel trapped or to feel stuck. And here it looks like she's stuck in her own shadow. So if you feel complacent, first step, recognize it, think about it, maybe write about it in your journal, and talk to someone and get some extra help dissipating. This is what I'm doing with dissipating. I'm putting it over there for now. Okay. Next is to practice. Vision. No matter what you see, the bigger picture of a loving, just universe. It's your big picture. It's your vision of your life. How do you want to lead your life? What do you want to accomplish? Who do you want to be? How can you avoid complacency? How can you have wonderful, loving relationships that are significant and bring you emotional happiness or joy? What is your vision? Is your vision to be creative, to be a writer, to narrate your own story, to create new stories for people to enjoy? And the vision to live a healthy life instead of a life that's dependent on chemicals. So, vision of life. Think about what your vision is. Take the time to meditate. Take the time to think about your vision. So I hope that you found something helpful here today with this weekly reading for Mind, Body, Spirit. And what really resonates with me is the word wants to be written, and relationships, and your own personal vision of knowing your own big picture. I wish you the very best for the upcoming week. Lots of balance, happiness, and smiles to you. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, share, or comment.